My name is John McCabe, and I am a professor of industrial design, sometimes architecture, sometimes service design, kind of all together. And design lacks of tuberculosis. When I first read this, it was quite shocking, actually. You know, you think of design as a good thing, and then you throw in tuberculosis, which is a very, very bad thing. Luckily, the majority of the population doesn't have to deal with that anymore. But when you think about the past of tuberculosis, very bad disease. You know, it kind of can overtake the body. And then you start thinking about design lacks that. And then I started thinking about how a lot of the design these days seems kind of superficial. It doesn't really get to your soul. And sometimes a bacterial infection, a disease will really get in there inside you and kind of wreak havoc. And sometimes design needs to do that. Design needs to creep out from your soul. It needs to go from your brain to your kidneys to your spleen. And I think these days it just doesn't feel like we're really doing that anymore. And for me, design lacks of tuberculosis is something that I think is really true. And so, as bad as it is, it's actually something that I think more people should relate to. And so, yeah, it's I'm a pretty passionate designer, and I have to deal with a lot of people that claim that they're designers. And when you really start digging down to it, they don't have reasons for what they're doing. And I feel that if they were really passionate about it, they would stand up for what they believe in. They would stand up for the decisions that they made. And it's not coming from within. It's not an infection. They're not breeding it within them, and they're not passing it along to other people. And I feel that is something that designers need to have. It breeds within them, and it gets to the point where it's so mature that they can pass it on to someone else. And a lot of times people feel like they're designers, but it's superficial, and they don't really have a lot to pass on, but other than the fact that say that they're designers. So that's how I feel about design lacks of tuberculosis.